Well, welcome everybody to live continuing coverage of Gay Games 9 presented by the Cleveland Foundation and brought to you by the CCE Sports Network, where diversity lives. This is live coverage of wrestling here at Case Western Reserve University. So this is round 2 action. We're going to start with Laura Feist from Long Beach and Pizzoli from Los Angeles. Laura Feist is in red. Pizzoli is in blue. And they are the Masters division. Masters is 36-49. Four points awarded to Laura Feist. Also, I want to say to the friends of Eli, the handwriting that I had his last name as Perry when it's actually Rary, R-A-R-E-Y. So the friends of Eli, sorry about that. Whoever wrote my list does not have the best handwriting in the world. But it's all good. Laura Feist in red, Pizzoli in blue. Two points, Laura Feist. .41 seconds. 2 points. Laura Feist. .2 points, Laura Feist. And Laura Feist is our winner of round 2, the 136 pounds Masters class.
Okay, we have up is Ron Edwards.
Now this is exhibition, so this will not account towards the medal event. This is Edwards from New York and Cockman from New York in exhibition.
Where'd you put the
Today's live web streaming broadcast is brought to you by the CCE Sports Network, where diversity lives. This is our live web streaming sports initiative project. Our goal is to travel around the country, bringing you the best in the gay and lesbian sports experience. We have adopted the National Public Radio model for funding, so all of our support comes from advertisers and sponsors. So I want to thank those advertisers and sponsors who have made this broadcast possible. Gay Games Cleveland, your host for Gay Games 9. Tim Singer and Associates, South Florida's #1 real estate firm. Spunk Lube offering 14% off any product from their website at spunklube.com. Puck Buddies, fantastic hockey blog from puckbuddies.com, and the Capital Tennis Association sponsoring the 22nd annual Cap Classic in Washington, D.C., which the CCE Sports Network will be filming live all 3 days, wall-to-wall tennis. Two points, blue. That's Cockman, New York. Points, Cockman. Remember, this is exhibition, 2 points, Edwards, so this will not count towards the unique medal event. And in, yeah, they got the score backwards. They gave Edwards as the winner, although the score doesn't match that, so he must have been awarded something that was missed. We're back to the UME, unique medal events. Wells from Australia and Saunders from Rhode Island.
Deck would be Scott Fernandez in red, Jason Cruikshank in blue, Los Angeles. And in the hole would be Tristan LaCroix, New Jersey in red, Mark McNally, Minnesota in blue.
So this is going to be the 136-pound veterans. Wells from Australia, Saunders, and Rhode Island. We got ourselves a guest commentator. Introduce yourself to everybody because they will be surprised that you are here.
I'm Akil Patterson with Athlete Ally and USA Wrestling. So right now, we're just taking out two opponents. Oh, straight to his back. It's 2 points. Actually, it's going to be 2 points right there from because they went from their knees to the back. Now, at this point, your opponent needs to get off his back by probably cutting his arm through or some of those actions. So with that right arm you see, if he cuts it through the body, he'll be back onto his base. Top man's objective is just to keep him down there, locked in. Now, in these situations, you can't score points right now, only because you've already scored. You can't score bonus points from your back, but at some point you will go up to your base, or you can get the pinfall. Referee asked for the fall. He's waved off. Now, there are 3 officials in this match. There's the referee you see on the mat, there's the judge, and then there's the chair. 2 out of the 3 officials must agree, and on this one, the judge waves it off. The chairman confirmed the fall. So in all of our scoring now for international styles, 2 out of the 3 officials must agree, and you'll see them all over the mat. The man on the mat is the one on the mat is the ref. The man sitting away from the head table is the judge, and the man at the head table is the chairman. The chairman actually controls the course of the bout, as he is supposed to be the most senior official practicing. Wrestlers Without Borders is an organization founded by Gene Dormady and Roger Brigham. These 2 gentlemen are influential in the sport of wrestling and have been for over 30 years. As out coaches and administrators, they have done some great events.
Scott Fernandez, Australia in red. Jason Cruikshank, Los Angeles.
Up next, we have Fernandez and Kuchek. Fernandez is from Los Angeles. Kuchek is from Australia. Fernandez is a fan favorite, apparently, around here in the blue. I don't know if it's his mohawk, but I am told that he is a fan favorite. It only took him 32 minutes to pick out that singlet. At some point, I'm sure that they will go back to their fashion consultants and realize it was a big mistake. There's no color commentary. It's just calling the action as it is. As we all know, wrestlers may pretend to be fashionable, but we are the least fashionable people in America. How good can you look in it? Well, he does look decent in it, but how good can you really look in a singlet? It's like one giant piece of cloth. Yeah. My handle's at Akil Patterson on Twitter if you want to just do that. Here it is. So we're getting started here. Both gentlemen looking for wrist control. Oh, kind of short shot right there. Wrist control. You know, you'll see 2 opponents in the course of an action trying to get in on each other. Oh, look at that. A little high C. Oh, nice double. Nice double off the double. What a sweet move. Throws in the legs there. Trying to get him turned over. Actually, right now, he's close to being absolutely right there. He's a figure 4. That is an illegal hold. Let's see if the ref calls it. No penalty was called on the figure 4. All right, so he did signify, but no penalty called. On a figure 4, you're supposed to go caution in 1. It's an illegal hold. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It's just that way. Again, both athletes going for wrist control. Now, see, he's going to set up that same thing. He's going to do the drag to the high C. He's looking for his drag to the high C. High C is a high crotch, in which, tried to get that arm spin off, which he's notorious for. He hit in the first round. It was actually a great arm spin. Ooh, we tried a little inside trip. Now we're at this point, you can see he's trying to really come back from that 2-point of disadvantage that he was having. These guys, they're actually, this is a really technical match, surprisingly. I'm very surprised by the technicality of this match. I mean, they're very conservative in their movements, and he's very conservative. Actually, I'm gonna bet he wrestled in high school, probably. Fernandez didn't? Well, I'm told Fernandez didn't wrestle in high school. Scott has a judo background. Scott with a judo background, so that's why he likes that arm spin so much. I see. And his stance resembles a judo background stance. Oh, again, going in for those legs. We're on the zone. We're on the zone. He's going to lose a point here. And 1 goes to blue for the push out. Well, Scott's not looking too happy about that, though. Walking back with a fury. And again, he's got a hard time bending his legs, so he may fare well in Greco if we start that here at Gay Games. Maybe Gay Games 10, we might bring Greco into this, knowing that I'm a Greco expert and loving the sport since I was 9 years old. Oh,
Ooh.
he came back with a judo kick. Again, it's going to give, unless the referee gets control of this match, it can get very ugly very quickly. Athletes, no matter what, they do not like to lose. Oh, no points scored there. Nothing scored there. That was a great little 30-second flurry at the end. I'm going to tell you now, this match may get outstanding match of the season. And I know Carlin Yetz up there would love that. He is a big fan of the most outstanding match. His first Wrestlers Without Borders event, he was awarded the most outstanding match at our ceremonies. He was an amazing match. I mean, he was tired, he was dead, he was hurting, but he made it. Now
you can come down here if you want to talk to him.
Now see, right here is where we're going to see this. You see Fernandez up tall, standing straight, and he's ready to go. His opponent down on his knees. That's a sign of you breaking your opponent. When you get broke, that means you're frustrated, you're angry, and that's when some things are going to happen. You're going to see Scott go after some moves that he may not normally go after, some high percentage throws. Fernandez is probably going to be a little bit more conservative. And who's that in his corner? That gentleman that actually was toweling him off was he's a former U.S. National All-American and wrestled at Iowa, under Dan Gable, the great Dan Gable, who's one of our heroes in the sport of wrestling. Now this was a perfect match to come over and commentate for. These guys are going at it. It's some great technical. Now see, he's setting them up. Now Scott needs to. So Kenny Johnson of Bolt Wrestling out there in LA is actually here. He did our clinic for us yesterday, and he was the man toweling off Fernandez. Again, Scott gets taken down, but he's not going to open up here. Now he should have been warned to open up. He should have been open up. Now I think they're giving away 2 twos instead of 2. So he got 7 points there. I don't know where 7 came from, but hey, it happens. So I think, and at this point, Scott is definitely he's definitely missing some keys. So inside, you see he's trying to do a lot of hand fighting, inside positioning. See, and he's not very good at lowering his level. So he comes over with a bent over back, not bent knees. Bent knees in this style is extremely important. We must be able to, level change, control our opponent's head and arms. If you really think about it, wrestling is a 3-component sport. It's head, hands, and heart. Come through with a double, losing it. Do we get a slipper or 2? They award the 2. It is now 9-0. 9-0. We're only a minute into the next period, and I think what happened was that Scott needed to score some points, so he went out there and he was trying a little bit more action. USA Wrestling is the only governing body to be sanctioned at every Gay Games here. USA Wrestling is a proud member of the FILA, International Licensing Organization, that is part of the IOC. Wrestling has been featured at every Gay Games and will continue to be as long as there are people such as Carlin Yetz, Gene Dormady, Roger Brigham, and Chris LaFierce. This is a great organization, Wrestlers Without Borders, and I am proud to serve as their liaison to USA Wrestling, the national governing body of the sport of wrestling here in the United States, and to FILA, the international governing body of wrestling to the world. Wrestling is the sport that has been actually involved in every modern Olympics and every pre-modern Olympic Games. Wrestling was one of the first sports inducted into the Olympics. It was running, swimming, and wrestling. Boxing was not one. Golf was not one. Soccer was not one. wrestling, track, running, those sort of things were part of the Olympic spirit. And I think the Gay Games has embodied them. There's a great crowd out here today. There's been people in and out of this room all day, and it's been exciting as an international wrestler to see people of all walks of life embracing the sport of wrestling for whatever reason, as friends, colleagues, and co-workers. As we get back to the match, these two gentlemen, and right there, he's looking for another throw. You can see Fernandez getting a little tired. I think the Mohawk might be getting to him. You know, it's all comfortable up front, but towards the back it gets a little low. Now he's just. Now I like Scott's aggressiveness. He's got that intensity. He's going after things. He's really pushing Fernandez to get a little bit more active. Oh, who did what here? Okay, and we have an injury on the mat. Let's cut away from this. This isn't just true. Let's call it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to call EMTs in. The trainers will go take care of that. That is a very, very bad situation. Now, okay, but thank goodness we're here at Case Western University on the campus. Right across the street is the University Hospital, where there'll be some great medical care and some great things. I am sure that there is going to be some great action going on even after this. I don't think your husband is going to be needed. I guess that's his partner out there with him right now. But right now, what I think is needed is the EMTs. Once EMTs get out there and they take care of these things. And there's some trainers that are provided by the Cleveland Clinic. Most likely the match will be forfeited after this. And yeah, so, and you know, there's a lot of people around here and they're all concerned. But what we really need is just call them. No, I don't know. Just call the doc. Take him to the hospital. Don't do it now.
Yeah, go ahead. Aquila wants to get in there. He's one of the major refs here. He wants to make sure that Fernandez is taken care of, or correction, Cruikshank.
So it's probably just a dislocation. These things have happened over the years.
It's the chat room that's in.
So it's well, we got a little chat here, and it said it's great to see Kevin Martin still so active in wrestling. He coached me before matches so many times and helped me find my confidence. He always makes fair calls when reffing. Kevin has been involved with the sport for many years. He's actually about 40 years deep into officiating. I don't know about the Kyle. I saw that you asked if singles are very fashionable and hot. I'm not sure if that's the case. Most of us who have been wearing singlets for quite many decades, Kyle, I just will let you know that it's very difficult for us to be wearing them. They are not comfortable all the time. They actually kind of get on your last nerves. I have about 40 different singlets. So guys, if you want to do live chat, you can come on board right now. Visit on live stream at CCE Sports
Network.
The CCE Sports Network. And go on live chat, talk with us, communicate with us, let us know how you guys are feeling or what's going on. If there's any questions that you may or may not have, because wrestling is that sport.
So how common are injuries like this in wrestling, just in general?
Well, I've actually never been injured on the mat. And I will say that I've only seen it once a tournament, you see about somebody getting injured. Normally a dislocation, pinkies going different directions. But overall, most people have very rarely gotten injured. And you know what probably happened right there is he went to go step around to go throw him, and when he did, his foot got planted in the mat, and he landed over it. So these are things that happen, you know. And here's the sad part: he ends up losing. You know.
Yeah, because he was playing. He was doing good, up 13-2.
Actually,
yeah.
If he would have won, you know, but I think he ends up losing because he cannot continue.
Right.
Unfortunately. Well, actually, I think he ends up winning because it was still technical superiority.
Yeah, the score count was 13-2 when the injury happened.
I don't think they can do that. We're gonna have to. Yeah. So he'll win on disqualification. He'll win on forfeit. And I feel really bad. He came all the way out here from Los Angeles, California. His opponent came all the way from Sydney, Australia. And unfortunately, they didn't get to complete their match. But Melbourne, Australia. I'm sure Carly Yates would know that he was from Melbourne. He definitely know that he's from Melbourne. I'm reading here, and apparently somebody says that Chris asked that the cop gets off the mat with his street shoes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to tell the cop to get off the mat with his street shoes. He may very well tell me to leave the premises.
The way the cops are acting around the country, I don't know. The latest story, have you heard the latest story?
What's the latest story right now?
Oh, my mom told me this morning that some kid got shot in...
the one in Missouri.
Yes.
Yeah, the kid there. Yeah, so St. Louis, Missouri.
I didn't even hear about that. She just told me today about it.
You know, Missouri right now, and to me, is a hot spot. Right now, I'm dealing with a case that's dealt with HIV infection. The kid's name is Michael L. Johnson. We've got a GoFundMe account trying to raise funds for him to get some legal representation. I believe HIV is not a crime, and that the state of Missouri has some heinous laws. And you know what? To be honest, the state of Missouri is somewhat on a slower track than the rest of us on the East Coast. Thanks to CCE Sports Network, you guys are on the East Coast up there in D.C. area. We've made a lot of advancements, but there's still a lot more to be done. And I think right now we're probably thinking about moving the mats, moving the tournament over to another mat to make sure that we are able to continue.
Hang on, I'm going to go get them set up. You can keep talking. They're switching mats, so because we want to get you at least 30 more minutes of wrestling in before we have to break down and head over to CSU tonight for diving.
So as I said, USA Wrestling is proud to sanction this tournament and all other 8 gay game tournaments. USA Wrestling is a proud member of the FILA International Association of Wrestling and also a proud member of the International Olympic Spirit. USA Wrestling and the Wrestlers Without Borders have had a great relationship over these 30-plus years. So again, if you have not known, my name is Akil Patterson. I am a representative with USA Wrestling and an active Greco-Roman wrestler. I am also with Athlete Ally, organization founded by Hudson Taylor, dedicated to ending homophobia and transphobia in sports through education and connecting the minority with the majority. LGBT and straight allies working together to end homophobia to create a much better and much diverse culture. The Gay Games is being broadcast all around the world, and we are so honored to be here. So I know they're going to take care of the doctors, they're going to take care of the participants. I'm so glad to be part of this great group of people. Why y'all moving here? Why are you guys moving here?
The only outlet.
Does it connect to that?
Yes.
Oh, it's wireless? Stop. Go find there's one near the wall. There's one by the wall over there. Yeah. Go to the wall.
Bear with us, everybody. Everybody's just shifting scores, referees, so that we can continue. Which looks like it's going to be LaCroix and McNally.
Mr. LaCroix from New York. I'm sure where McNally's from.
McNally is from Minnesota.
Minnesota. Actually, it was funny. I was telling these guys the other night that I was actually in Minnesota for the MLB All-Star game. It was a fun experience for myself and our Athlete Ally crew. The whole gang was there. We got to meet Joe Torre and we signed the Athlete Ally Pledge. It's always interesting when you have something happen so randomly as an injury, and then but you see everybody said, okay, he's okay, good, let's move over here and let's keep it moving.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that.
Oh, Chris, yeah, I guess we are. Hey, Kyle, what you say? Folks can follow LGBT Wrestling year-round by liking the Wrestlers Without Borders Facebook page. Absolutely.
And you can follow CCE Sports Network all year round and find out where we're headed next on our broadcast by going to ccesportsnetwork.com.
Where are you guys headed next?
We're headed to the 22nd Annual Capital Classic Tennis Tournament in Washington, D.C., playing at Rock Creek Tennis Park. And then after that, we head to Houston, Texas for HUTEC 33, the 33 Annual Houston, Texas Tennis Tournament. And then the Texas Open is on the schedule in Dallas, although I haven't confirmed with the tournament director yet. So that's what's up next.
You got a lot of tennis events coming up.
Yep. And then hopefully we should be doing basketball in San Diego in January. I got done talking to Mark Chambers, who's the head of the Basketball Association, and he was so psyched about our basketball coverage. Over 4,000 people have already watched basketball, and I've only had the video up in 2 days.
I am such a fan of basketball.
Oh, my God. Listen to you.
I know. I tell you what, Will Sheridan is a friend of mine. I do monthly articles for the Huffington Post, and Will Sheridan's a friend of mine. So I went over there and saw him and his team, the Rock Dogs, play. I hear they're killing it. They're beating teams.
Oh my God! Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Carlin Getz apparently didn't like me saying that one. I don't know what's going on there. He's always throwing things at me. He's always throwing shade my way, is what I've been told. But yeah, I went there yesterday. I saw a basketball team playing again. I'm not a basketball fan, but I am an LGBT athlete supporter. And see, right there, he comes in on a double leg. Misses it. He needs to get down to his base, get big and wide. Right here, he needs to get big and wide and not let his opponent control him. He needs to get off the head. He needs to get him off his head. Mr. LaCroix. Actually, Mr. LaCroix, this is his first time wrestling. First time wrestling for
Really?
Yes. So what it was is that he went out to New York City and he wanted to be part of the Metro Wrestling Club, but unfortunately they lost their space in the LGBT Center, and so now he wrestles with a straight club that he says, but still this is his first time competitively wrestling, so he's been focused and he's been really engaged and excited about this. I had a great conversation with him earlier. I think I've had a great conversation with everybody here at some point, generally because I like to talk. He gets 4 points there. That's nice. Now the score is tied right there. No, I'm sorry. It is now 6-4. And he gets 2 for the turn. He gets a turn there. He's going to go again. If he gets another turn, he's now tied it up. He's bringing in another. Oh, he gets 2 more points. It is 8-6, and just like that, see that in less than 15 seconds, he goes from being down and being the loser to being up by 2 and being in the winner's chair. He can get there. He's got another period and a half. There's 1 minute left in this period, but he is doing well. I bet you're kind of confused on how they score points so fast. And he's going to get another 4 points right here. 4 more points right there. Just like that, it is 12-6. How do you get that fast? It is quick. If you go from feet to back, it is 4 points automatically. You turn your opponent, it's another 2 points. And if you put your opponent to his back, he is pinned. You know, one of the things I love about our LGBT community is if you're still looking at the other mat where Mr. Fernandez is still at, just right out of the stands, there's a doctor just happened to be here, and he's going to set it for him. Holy crap.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. We're doctors, we're lawyers, we're accountants, we're parents, we're businessmen, we're businesswomen, we're trans advocates. 2 more points for Mr. LaCroix, it looks like. And he is just killing it now. 14-6 with 4 seconds left in the first period. And that is time. Again, he's winning 14-6. Again, we go back to that first 30 seconds. He was losing 6-0. Now he's made a great comeback. Now he's up 14-6. Great double. He's having fun out there. Like I said, it is his first time in a competitive atmosphere, and he was focused. And a lot of people are excited that it's here. So during this 30-second break, you normally get a quick drink of water. They towel you off. They tell you how excited you need to be and what skills you need to work on. Normally all you hear is wah, 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 and you nod your head yes several times. Especially when they're out giving you instructions. You don't hear anybody. It's just, it's all mumbles. I hope that didn't hurt your ears out there at home. Wrestling's one of those sports where people continuously pretend like they actually care about what you're saying. Oh, comes out of like a bat out of hell. Man, he came out like a fire on all cylinders. Got warned by the ref though. Came out with that headbutt, that's why. He's a little aggressive there, isn't he, Mr. LaCroix? I think I like that. He's relentless. He's relentless. He's relentless. Oh, comes out with the headlock on his back. The referee is going to get down there looking for it. It doesn't matter. It is a greater superiority. And he gets the pin in his first ever competition match. Mr. LaCroix from New York. I'm actually excited now. And that put the crowd in a frenzy. That was exciting. That was exciting. I think everyone in this gym is actually can hear my commentary right now. I don't think it's just our online fans. Is it, Carlin? No, everyone else can hear it. I'm pretty sure there's a couple people shaking their heads like Akil is out of his mind. Just a little bit.
Mendez and Serrano or Saran?
Saran.
Okay,
right?
can't spell. I can't tell on this handwriting.
Oh, Gene's got. Maybe we can get Mr. LaCroix over here for a second.
Mendez is Switzerland and then Australia.
Maybe we can get Mr. LaCroix over here for a few seconds to talk with the team. Mr. LaCroix, congratulations. That was your first competition match, wasn't it?
Yes,
When did you start wrestling?
like six weeks ago.
6 weeks ago. So 6 weeks ago, you weren't even on the map about this, and you just decided to come do it, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
So what'd you decide? Well, what were you doing before? Were you like trying to find out wrestling places and clubs, or was this just something that you had a hope for?
I just wanted a summer activity.
You just picked this up?
Yes, sir.
You know what? When I pick up summer activities, I normally don't go for like the world's oldest sport.
I guess I
normally
like
go
a
for
challenge.
Team softball or kickball. So you chose wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you have friends that wrestle?
A few now, yeah.
Have you now? No, is it just something that you saw and you were like, I want to give it a try, or was it like a buddy that said, hey, I want to be a wrestler?
But if I go way back, my dad was a wrestler, but I never did it. Typical, right?
Okay.
But I just wanted to see if I would like it, so I tried it this summer.
So your whole life, you always thought about wrestling and never had the opportunity, or?
I wouldn't say thought about it, but it was intriguing.
So did any of your brothers wrestle? Because you got a couple brothers, right?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers. One of them wrestled in like middle school or something.
Oh. See, my dad was a wrestler too, except it was kind of like, all right, y'all gonna wrestle? We gonna wrestle. We got out there and we traveled all across this country, brought my family together, took us all over the country. And this one right now, it seems like wrestling's taking you all over the country.
Yeah, it's been fun here in Cleveland. Ohio's been good to us, and I look forward to more opportunities.
Now, are you gonna compete in the Wrestlers Without Borders Golden Gate Wrestling Club Dong Wong tournament?
Well, I think from now on, going forward, I'll look for more opportunities just to be involved.
Yeah? You're not going to come out and compete in San Francisco?
I might. It's my hometown.
Oh, San Francisco's your hometown?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, see, you know what? The tournament in San Francisco is normally around September. So if people are out there listening and you're looking to get involved, you can visit WrestlersWithoutBorders.com and get involved. Is that how you did you ever visit that website with us?
Yeah, I started with Metro in New York a year and a half ago. I went to a couple of practices, but the club kind of dissolved, so I just wanted to try it again for real this time. And that's when I found actually a club called Twin Towers.
And Twin Towers is located where?
Lower East Side.
Lower East Side. And you go there once a week? Or?
About, yeah.
Because I'm a New York Athletic Club guy, so I love wrestling, but I don't go to the club as much as I should. Oh, we got a pin over there on the mat. I tell you what, this crowd's just been great today. It's absolutely great. We've got people in and out of here all day. You felt the love when you were out there.
You do.
I was telling Carlin, you might get like best newcomer. You were doing some high crotches, some double legs. I was jazzed.
I don't even know what I was doing. My brain turns off and my other brain turns on.
That is true. That is true. We got an Australian winner out on the mat. It's funny that people say that their brain turns off and everything else takes over, because it's true. Wrestling is an instinctive sport. It isn't about, remembering moves. It's about motorizing your body to just go out there and do the moves. And a lot of people don't realize that it's muscle memory.
It is, and it requires a lot of discipline. And I think that's something that's admirable, especially in today's society.
Discipline?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm glad, and that's why Wrestlers Without Borders is one of the founding members of the Gay Games. It's one of the founding organizations to be a member of the Gay Games. Wrestling Without Borders has been involved in this since the inception. Wrestling has been around since the inception of the Gay Games and has lasted through all 9 of the Gay Games. And I've been excited to have been brought aboard on this journey several years ago. Although I didn't attend the last 2 Gay Games, I was at least aware of them.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for LGBT folks who want to feel safe and comfortable in a sport environment.
Yeah. Oh, I always feel safe.
Right.
For those of you who do not know me, I'm quite a large human at times. except for I'm cutting weight.
Right.
Then I'm a miserable human.
Then you're an animal.
Something like that.
Yeah, me too.
Cutting weight is not fun. This was your first time cutting weight too.
Yes, ever.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah. We turn into divas, huh?
We turn into animals. It's like you don't even think about anything but water and eating.
I've watched the Food Network when I was cutting weight, and I don't know if it's like self-torture or what.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, I know. Man versus food, and I'll be, it's funny because I coached at Maryland for several years, and I'd watch, and our kids, that's what they would watch. They'd watch Man versus Food.
Wow.
And everyone's cutting weight, and they're all miserable, and then I'm sitting there cutting weight, and we're all just sitting there staring at everything we can't have.
It's mental eating.
Oh my goodness, it looks so good too. And that's why most wrestlers end up being fat when we get older. We just stop. We're just like, not gonna do this right now.
Find balance.
Well, I'm gonna find a balance one day. It's normally with the bar. I have a balancing act there. All right, so we've got another match going on here. I think it's one of our more senior divisions. 163-pound veterans, probably 55 and up. We've gone to this a style of picking out our weight classes and our divisions based on age, weight, size, and skill. Unfortunately, though, wrestling isn't so much about the skill factor anymore in terms of placement in a tournament. We do try to pair you up and so you don't get killed, but when you have the numbers and we probably have about 70 competitors in the tournament, and that's good numbers considering we don't have teams, essentially. Without the large teams, hockey right now is 215 competitors, but they have teams. They're all on these teams. So when you have 70 individuals, if this was a team and each person had a team with them, that'd be like 700. I don't know, just guessing. 10 people, 13.
It's a lot.
And we'd have 700 people, and we're all excited, but we don't get that number. What we need, though, is we need more people like you, Mr. LaCroix, to get out there and become active members in wrestling, to become active members in the Gay Games wrestling community, and just more people in our community to embrace sports. I think that's where we have a long way to go. People are really excited about Michael Sam and
that's
Jason
why
Collins.
the CCE Sports Network was created. That's why the CCE Sports Network was created, to give a platform for LGBT athletes to be seen live across the world.
I'm excited about this. I really am. And Athlete Ally is 100% behind you guys. And any way we can do these things. We are a growing organization that loves sports. Matter of fact, our executive director, Hudson Taylor, was out here this week, and he and I were going to different events and eating and going to different events and eating. And I think we went to an event, and we ate there, too. We marched in with Team San Francisco. And
Can we switch places?
What, you want to go eat with Hudson?
I want to eat every event.
You know what? I have a little bit of time left in town. We can grab a meal. We can grab a meal together. I like meals. But see, when I eat, I also have an adult beverage.
Oh, I see. Well, what other way is there, right?
Yeah. So as we go into the second period, we got an 8-4. That's 8-4 match here with Mr. Wilson and Mr. Seeley. Very close in competition, age, weight, size, skill, ability. Now, the people that were coaching you out there, did you know them before you got here?
No, I just met them yesterday.
And you guys have kicked it off, and they were able to help you out?
Yeah. You'll find that most community out here is really friendly and proactive, so they're always willing to help you out.
I guess Kyle just called me a big teddy bear. And unfortunately, it is true. It is true. I sometimes have a tough demeanor at times. But deep down inside, I'm really just a teddy bear. Thank you, Kyle. And they said, what a great story of a newcomer. It's what Gay Games and Wrestlers Without Borders are all about. Go all out. So I think he was talking about you, Mr. LaCroix.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
It's been a humbling experience.
I'm sure. And you know, it's a humbling experience for all of us because I'm getting old. I've been involved in this sport for 20 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm 30. Just to let the world know, I'm not sitting here like 68, be like, it's 20 years I've been doing this. No, it's like 20 years and I'm 30.
Wow.
My father is a jerk. I don't. And you know, he's doing it to my nephew, I think now. He's doing the ice cream thing. You guys ever do the ice cream thing?
No, what's that?
So it's a trick that parents learned and that I never knew about. You would sit, so every time I would go to wrestling practice, we'd get stopped and we'd get an ice cream cone from McDonald's.
Really?
Wrestling practice, McDonald's.
He
Wrestling
was
practice, McDonald's.
psychologically.
Eventually, the McDonald's stopped, and it was just wrestling practice, and I didn't know why I enjoyed it.
He conditioned you.
Yes, it's a condition called "you tricked me."
Maslow's response.
Yeah, so you know, and I think it's you know, and it's that gratification that came with it. You got to wrestle, you got McDonald's, and as you got older and you stopped thinking about that McDonald's ice cream cone, you just went to practice.
Wrestling became the reward.
Wrestling is the reward, and it still is. 20 years later, I still am an international official, coach, administrator. I take a step back, though. I'm not as bad as I used to be. Not as bad as I used to be, but now outside of wrestling, what is the day-to-day functions of Mr. LaCroix?
In the real world,
Yeah.
go to work like everybody else. And I'm busy like everybody else. And this was a way to disconnect and find a zen.
You found solace and peace inside of wrestling?
Yeah, I'm happy after practice.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Like a stress reliever?
Big time.
Oh, wow. So, like, this is better than just going to the gym and just... It's like
Well,
it's like a combination of
It's a combination because you have to do everything or else it's not as fun when you're on the mat and you're sluggish. But yeah, on the whole, you have those positive endorphins popping after practice and you're feeling good.
You know what, and it's really great to hear somebody that's getting into it as opposed to my old self. We have a injury default out there on the mat. That hamstring just ain't holding up like it used to be. Although he's in great shape. I mean, looks great. Yeah, but it's good to hear a different perspective of sports. I mean, for a lot of people that have been involved in it for 20, 30 years, you know, they forget about things like that. Like,
Yeah.
I did used to feel good after practice.
Yeah, sports is a great activity for all ages. It has nothing but positives associated with it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Excited as well as we get ready for our next two bouts here. Mr. LaCroix, thank you so very, very much.
Thank you.
All right. So as we get ready for our next bout here, we have just talked with some young, and hopefully we'll be able to pull in some old, maybe somebody old, new, and different. Who knows?
This is 180-pound open.
Now, was this your first? Now, this is one of your guys' choices was to come here to wrestling.
Actually, we were supposed to do softball today. And yeah, and it got rain. Well, the weather forecast had it at 80%. So a couple of days ago, I made the choice to pull softball off the schedule, and then wrestling was the next choice. We have 35. Don't even give me that look. 35 sports, and I can't cover it all because we didn't get as big of a sponsorship that we wanted. I had a plan for every sport to be covered. Oh, you would not believe the plan I had for Gay Games, but unfortunately, in our drive to bring corporate sponsors on board, we fell a little short, and so as the alternative, we had to pick select events that we were going to do, and we have I think 8 sports, or 7 sports and 1 exhibition. That we're going, and actually figure skating exhibition's only happening because we literally got a sponsor 2 days ago and said I wanted figure skating. Can we do it? Can we make it happen? I said, You got the dollars, I can make it happen, and I made it happen.
Well, I'm glad that you guys are out here doing this, and we need more resources allocated to programs like this, the CCE Sports Network. We need more resources towards the gay games, and we need our corporate sponsorships. And hopefully, if anybody's listening from the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce, full of wonderful, wonderful corporations and companies that have LGBT ownership and partnerships across the great nation, let's get on board with the Gay Games and the CCE Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, my name's Akil Patterson, and I am with USA Wrestling and Athlete Ally here as a support to the Gay Games. I am so thrilled to be here. It isn't even funny. In that opening ceremonies, wow, was that a life changer?
Hey, Harley, I'm glad to see you in the chat room. Harley Garza is a member of the South Florida Tennis Club.
Hey, Harley, how you doing? Who's the dude in green?
Passan? No.
Aussie?
I don't see. Yeah, that's Passan. 12-0.
There you go, Gustavo. The dude in green won, right? So we got Riley versus Schweer of Switzerland.
Rary, yeah. No, Glure. Rary versus Glure.
Rary versus Galore of Switzerland. Coming up next. I think the shock of the tournament came when our lady friend stacked that guy up and pinned him.
Erica. Yes, wow. She did. That shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and she did it in like that fashion where like she knew what she was doing, the rest of us didn't. Yes. I'm looking at her right now getting warmed up, and I'm thinking, she knew what she was doing. She just didn't care. She shocked us all. She had made and you know what? I have seen a lot of wrestling over the last couple of years that I've been out here. Oh, so is this the dude in the green? Is this who he's talking about? Is that green? I don't know what that guy's got on. We got a lot of people calling our athletes amazing. I don't know if they all are. So here we are at Gay Games 9. Oh my goodness. And we're recording it now. Oh, nice takedown to the back. We got 2, we got a 4. What did they come away with? They went with a 2. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Well, maybe that was just something that, and again, 2 out of the 4 referees, they were so right about that one. He did expose him back, but. So we've got Switzerland, we've got Los Angeles, and then we've got Carl and Yetz getting warmed up. We're having a good time out here. Looks like the president of the Gay Games have just walked by. He's not going to walk by without coming over and saying hello.
Who am I saying hello to?
The CCE Sports Network. How we doing?
Perfect. Really good. Thank you. Having a blast. So at the wrestling right now, but it's been great.
Where are you just coming from?
Was at Dance Sport for a little bit.
Okay.
And then before that, we were at the bodybuilding, the pre-judging for the bodybuilding, which was really great.
All right, if you're just checking us out, the Federation of Gay Games president, Mr. Kurt, is it Dahl?
Dahl, yes.
Kurt Dahl is here. He's in charge of the first Gay Games here in Cleveland. And he's also, and you're just coming from bodybuilding. I'm sure that was exciting to be part of the pre-judging.
Pre-judging, that is correct.
The pre-judging. Maybe I should get over there, and maybe they might need some help with the oil.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm told I have strong hands to do that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
No, so it will be a great event tonight. Tonight's the finals.
Oh,
So,
tonight's the
yeah.
finals.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah, you should get over there and check it out.
And which arena is it at?
It's at the.
Is it on the campus of CSU?
No, it's actually in downtown Cleveland. It's at the Public Theater.
Okay, all right, Public Arena, right,
yeah,
where the
exactly.
cheerleading was.
Where the cheerleading was last night.
Oh,
That is
absolutely
correct.
wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, I stopped there last night, watched the cheerleading.
What'd you think of that?
It was fun. It was fun. They were high energy, and a lot of people were there, and it's just amazing what this is all about. Just amazing.
Yep.
They had fun.
So cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out some of the volunteers and all that. So
All right. Well,
great
thanks
talking
for
with you.
coming
Thank you so
over.
much.
All right. Wonderful. That was nice of him to stop by for a little chat. All right, we're getting ready for our next competition, and these are the big boys. They are tall. They're taller than me, at least. But they're tall.
Perillo, New York, Gherkin, New York.
Actually, these are both Aussies.
Wait a minute. Yep, that's right. No, New Yorkers.
No, I know these two are both
Really?
Aussies.
Oh, so they must have changed it. So
Yeah.
maybe we're on Farrell and Franklin.
Yeah, this is a 286 Farrell Franklin.
Oh, okay.
I definitely know they're both Aussies. I met Neil several years ago out in San Francisco. Let's just say that our first interaction, he was not very. Let's say we hit it off in a different way. Not that good way. It was his first time wrestling. And again, I was still training for the Olympics, so it was a difference. But nonetheless, he's coming. He's gotten a lot better over the years. A lot better. I think he used to be a volleyball player growing up. So, he's got that tall, lean look. So we're happy that you're joining us here on the CCE Sports Network. Wonderful opportunity. Can you give me All right, so we want to give Eli Reary a shout out from Nashville. And that is Miguel. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miguel, for asking us to give you a shout out. Oh, we got an ankle lace on the mat. And you know what? Anyone with a good ankle lace, that's two. That's it. And that is a greater superiority. Greater superiority is a technical superiority. It means that you have dominated your opponent by more than 10 points. And so our official on the mat right now is international official Bobby Valarelli. Bobby Valarelli is a very old friend of mine and a mentor of mine. And as you can clearly see, he's vertically challenged. Now, only I can say those things. I probably can't say them, but I will anyway.
And I know I cannot get away with that.
Anyone who will know me out there will know that I'm not shy. Have a couple more matches coming up here. Bobby Valarelli getting a standing ovation over there. Like I said, his reputation precedes us.
Who's this?
No, this was I said Bobby Valarelli. The referee was getting a standing ovation from the crowd. And there's all these yellow shirts over there that says boom, boom. You know what that is?
No idea.
I think it's this guy, the gentleman in blue. I think he's got a whole fan crowd over there. They all wearing boom, boom shirts. Boom, boom. Obviously, his nickname might be Boom, Boom. 1 point. You know, it's really great to see family support out here for Boom Boom. I'm not sure what Boom Boom's real name is.
I'm thinking we're here.
Okay, Ganti, yeah. Veterans Ganti restrict. So Ganti is from he's standing. He stepped out. It's another point for Ganti. And I guess he's from Cleveland. He's from the Cleveland area, and he's got his family out here. They all got Boom Boom shirts on. You know, and I think that's what this is all about right now. It's bringing the communities together and having a safe and inclusive environment for everyone to participate, regardless of age. Let's see if he gets this. So we got 2 and 2. So we should have 2 for the takedown, then 2 for the turn, exposing the shoulders. He's worked hard for these 4 points. We got some bumps, bruises, nicks cut. He got called out of bounds. The head went out. That's 4 more points. Unfortunately, if he gets 2 more, then that would be greater superiority. We have another tech fall. Looks like our other co-president, Joni, has actually come into the building as well. Maybe we'll get to stop and talk with her for a second. And that should be it. That's 4 more points, regardless of if he gets the pin or not. It is a greater superiority. He gets the fall, and Boom Boom has won that match. A Cleveland native with fanfare and support. Boom Boom! I like that guy over in the corner. And that's family, moms, dads, cousins, brothers, sisters, out here just enjoying a day of wrestling. Wonderful. Oh, Scott, we'd love to talk to you for a second. What happened out there? Scott, what happened out there? Tell us what happened.
I just had my second round match against an American. Close match, lots of action. It was quite hard to get a grip on each other because we were quite slippery, but it just seemed really intense. So I'm kind of glad it's over, but it's kind of sad someone gets injured. It's never good when someone gets injured.
Yeah. So did he just land on it wrong? Because I saw you went to go try to do an inside trip and then throw him. And
I think I turned in for a forward throw, and he put his foot behind mine, and as he took me down, I think I landed on both his feet.
Oh, wow.
So apparently what the other guy said was he sort of did a technique that put him in danger, and unfortunately it put him in danger.
So he tried to avoid getting put in danger, and he ended up in danger anyway.
That's exactly what happened. So I hope he's okay. I think it's a discoloration, so he's going to get some X-rays done, so it should be okay.
You know what? But it's sport. People happen. And I'm glad that it only looked ugly. It wasn't, you know.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear any snaps, but he screamed. I should have taken the pin, but I think it was over already.
All right, Scott. Thanks for joining me,
Thanks,
buddy.
Akil.
Wow. Wow, he definitely got a little arrogant there on that one. So I'm seeing Joni over there. I'm gonna need her to come say hi to me. Oh wow! Now right now we've got Scott out on the mat. Scott's a little intense. When I say a little, I mean a lot. He runs a wrestling camp out in California, and it's actually a pretty intense wrestling camp. They give kids scholarships every year to it, and it's pretty much a grinded out type of camp. I think it's one in the desert. They only invite like 12 to 15 kids out there, and they just put them through one of the toughest drill sessions and contacts in the world. It's definitely got to be something impressive. I see this picture, Boom Boom's taken in a big corner with his whole family. It's pretty cool. Well, Chris, we're going to try to stay around as long as possible. Well, that's all right. I'm glad we're as long as possible, like we said, right? We're going to stay here as long as possible, but we got to go at some point. And we're not going to cut the coverage right now because obviously my fans adore me. Send me some love. Come on, get involved in the conversation. Send us a message. Let's do a live chat. How many people are on there? Like 50 people in the live chat? Somebody still wearing the pants from the white party? Hey, we're joined now by our other co-president, Joni. Why don't you go grab, let's get her a chair. Can we get her a chair? Oh, there we go. Apparently, can you stand there? Stand over the top of that. Stand over that. Don't let anybody touch it.
I'm moving it.
Don't worry, Carlin Yates is always a good friend. So, Joni, welcome. We're here with the CCE Sports Network, covering the live action of the 2014 Gay Games 9. You guys have been all over. You're probably tired, aren't you?
I am really tired. I was out very late last night at the White Party, meeting my public, and a very good public they were. Everybody's been really exceptional and having a fantastic time. Loving it all.
That is
loving it all.
wonderful. That is wonderful. And I am sure that you've right now. This is your first year in. Is this your first couple months since you're the term as president, or first year?
This first few months, I only got elected earlier this year, so everything's new. Everything's new.
Everything's new.
Yeah, it's my 6th Gay Games, but the first ones that I'm not competing in. So I wanted to be able to take in all the sports, see how the Gay Games works from the inside, see how the host deals with all the trials and tribulations, and so far there's no trials.
There's no trials or
There's no
tribulations.
trials or tribulations, so Cleveland are doing a good job.
And trying to get into the sports world and see it from the inside out, because you were an athlete at one point, so it's kind of like you showed up, things were done, all you had to do was compete. Now, being the person that's going to be helping, coordinate and run things from the inside moving out, what's your feeling that of the next wave of things heading into Paris?
I think at the moment what GG9 are doing already is that they're actually, the interest for the next Gay Games is already there. People are seeing the success of Cleveland so far is making people want to go to Paris. So half of the job is being done already. So we just got to make sure that people actually make it there in 4 years' time.
And what are some ways that you guys think that we're going to accomplish that? I know we have a big influx demographic in terms of age of our participants. Are we going to make a bigger push towards get younger LGBT organizations and people to be involved? Or are we also going to be going after, the senior level participants from all over the world? I mean, really, who do you think we should be targeting?
We need to be talking to everybody. I think we've already got the seniors on board, because what's happening is that the whole of the LGBT sporting community is getting older. So what we need to be doing is encouraging our youth to take up sports. Some of them don't even know that the sports that they've loved exist in the Gay Games. So I think a lot of it is around us communicating to our wider LGBT community to get them involved. My thing is that we need to get more young people in, is to keep the movement going. And so by educating them and giving them information about how the FGG started, what the history is, and talking about the future is very much to get more young people involved, more people of colour involved, and especially more women involved.
Wonderful. Yeah. Right now we have 2 of our female participants actually competing right now,
yes.
And our the young lady in the red actually probably has the pin of the day, as she beat a male earlier today, and I mean she did it in a fashion that shocked me.
Yeah, well I know Yvette. She hosted me when we had the Gay Games AGA in San Francisco for the 25th anniversary of the Federation of Gay Games, so I know her. So it's the first time I'm seeing her competing, so it's really good to see what she does best.
Well, she definitely had the. She shocked me, and it wasn't because she's a female. She shocked me. She shocked me because she was in such control of her match that she knew what she was doing, and the rest of us had no clue.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, and I normally wouldn't know what people are doing.
Yeah.
I've been around wrestling for 20 years. Again, thanks a lot, Dad. She stepped out. She gave up a point there. Well, I'm so glad you stopped to join us, and I'm looking forward to these next couple of years. I think great things like the CCE Sports Network are great examples of how we're going to reach our new target audiences across the world. More fans, more people watching, more people being interactive. And I think the Federation of Gay Games doing exhibitions, partnering with all of our national organizations that are doing these things is going to be critical to reaching those numbers. And so again, I hope that the CCE Sports Network doing these live action. Wow, another 2 points scored right there for her. She is killing it. I'm sorry. I'm sure that we are going to be able to get some great partnerships and really reach out to our corporate representatives and across the country. Hopefully, get these things off the ground because these are much needed tools for all of our community.
Yes. We want people to be putting money into the sport. That's the only way to get it going. So money, sponsorship, come on board, everybody.
You hear that, folks? Money, sponsorships. We need to get on board. These things do not happen. This operation does not happen without great support from private donors, public donors, grant funding. I think the Cleveland Fund was one of the lead sponsors on this. Without the money to get this thing going, these beautiful facilities, I know universities are happy to help, but they're going to need staff and they're going to need to open them, and we have custodians. So many different things are needed to make this giant machine run.
Yeah, it's the background stuff that we've got to get set. Once we've got the background stuff, then everything else will fall into place.
There she goes again with another. Little 8-1 going into the second period. She looks a little winded. Definitely a little winded there. Roger Brigham over in the Aussie corner, giving advice. Aussie's she's just so smiling. She's just so happy. It's probably because Tony brought a whole contingent. He's got like 40 people with him. I think he's the new godfather of the Australians. He's the godfather of the Australians. He is so amazing. Huh? Oh yes, that is true. He says you're Italian. It's true. He is. I think that, and Australia does have an amazing delegation here, actually. I think they've got 12. They've got 12. 12, yeah. 12 members of the Australian delegation came here. And that's impressive. I mean, they traveled, what is it, a 19-hour flight? 27 hours. And they want me to come to and they want me to come over. Yeah, right. You know, I just got an invite to a wedding in next March.
There's a food stop in LA.
Huh?
Toilet stops are in LA.
So I got invited out, so I literally got an invite to a wedding this morning in Australia. I'm going to come. It's one of my best friends from high school. I played football with him, so I'm going to come to him and his fiance's wedding. She's a lovely girl. I've never actually met her.
But you'll have a good time. Australia is a fab place to go.
Oh, great.
I've been there several times and I love it.
You know, I love London, actually. I want. Let's go back to London. Let's go Gay Games London.
Come, you're welcome.
Oh God, my friend, she's a solicitor.
Okay.
She lives right off of Abbey Road.
All right. Yeah.
Right near the park. I watched a cricket match for like 8 hours. I mean, I loved it there. Do we have cricket at this thing? I think, the cricket would be awesome at these sports too. Yeah. You see her getting a standing ovation? That's because she is the wrestler of the month. She's a monster. We need to get her on USA Wrestling's women's wrestling group. Well, we're getting ready to wrap this up. I want to thank Joni for joining us. Thank you so much again for joining us.
My pleasure.
And I want to thank everyone out there for taking the time to watch a little bit of the CCE Sports Network coverage of the 2014 Gay Games 9 Wrestling. My name is Akil Patterson. I've had a great opportunity to be part of this, and we hope you will continue to support CCE Sports Network and all their endeavors. Thank you very much.